Today on Ridge Roamer, we're installing additional protection products on our Triumph Scrambler 400X in the form of this Evotech Radiator Guard, Evotech front axle slider, and we're going to go ahead and install an oil temperature gauge. Now, all three of these products were sent to me by A&J Cycles. I'll put a link in the description below so you can see exactly where to get these. I think we can all agree the Triumph Scrambler 400X is an amazing machine, and I actually want to use mine both on-road, off-road, and not worry about damaging the bike. So anytime there's an opportunity to add additional products that are going to protect it and keep me from any expensive repair bills down the road, it's a good thing. It's money well spent, and let's face it, it kind of helps with the style as well. Installation of all three of these products is extremely simple. We'll start with the Radiator Guard. The stock one comes off with two Allen bolts located top and bottom. Stock guard is better than no guard, but it's just a very basic piece of expanded metal. Pretty big holes, which you want for airflow, but it's right up against the radiator. You are going to get a reasonable chance of some damage to the radiator with this one. So I just wanted to go ahead and upgrade that to something with a bit more protection. In comparison, the Evotech guard is stronger. It wraps all the way around the side of the radiator. It's going to stand off a little bit more. It's still got really good airflow, but the holes are smaller, meaning it's going to give you additional protection for maybe rocks and sticks that might have been able to go through the stock radiator guard are not going to be able to penetrate this one. They give you these rubber bumpers that are basically standoffs. If you're looking at where to install these, notice that in all of these hexagons there are 4 actual circles. One here, here, and down at the bottom. So that's where these are going to go. Once you notice, it's a little bit easier to find them, but at first it may be a little elusive. So go ahead and put those in the back, and then we'll bolt it up here. Now I've got the guard along the bottom, so the easiest way to get this in is going to be to actually go to the top, pull the horn away, get this, and then drop in below. And now we can put those bolts in. And the bolts supplied by Evotech on these are a little bit smaller hardware. They do require a 3mm. After completing installation, I will say, while the hardware from Evotech looks very nice, it stripped out quite easily. Then I had to go in with a little cutoff wheel, cut a notch, use an impact gun with a flathead, get it driven out, and then put the stock ones back in. Front axle slider is easy to install as well. All I did was tighten down one nut on one end here, and we'll remove the other one. Make a note that the two ends are different. The one with the piece that sticks out there is what recesses into the larger side of the hole here, and then the one with the recess on here is going to go around that side. So we'll go ahead, install that from the one end, tighten it on the other. It's a 8mm ratchet required to tighten both sides, so we'll go ahead and put it in. That's it, installation complete. And finally, we are going to install the temperature sensor in place of this plug here. So all we're going to do is use a 6mm hex. Get that removed. And then the temperature sensor here has an O-ring, so essentially we're just going to screw this into that hole and bottom it out. And with that installed, now we have a way to monitor our engine temperatures. There you have it. Very quickly, we have 3 new accessories installed. Got the extra protection of these Evotech axle sliders. Sticks out on both sides to protect our axle and our forks. We've also got the Evotech Radiator Guard, which looks better than the stock one, is going to add some additional protection as well. And we have temperature sensor now, so we can keep an eye on engine temps. Thank you for joining me today, and thanks again to A&J Cycles for providing these awesome products for the Scrambler 400X. Stay tuned for more additions to the Scrambler, and if you've not seen some of the current videos that are out there regarding installation of the Triumph high fender and the lights and the guards and everything, take a look back at previous videos. All that's on the channel as well. Thank you for joining me. Hope you all have a great day. Ride safe.